so special.
If you talking about the next crew, guess who? Yes, sir. Drek, Tay, and Big J. Yes, you. Next up, represent for Dega Nation line. What the best watch do? Podcast go nationwide. I gon' bless you. They locked in. Let's break down the best ballers in the county. Name your top 10, top 25. DJ breaking down all these stats with facts who find. If you thought that you was new, but them not facts, not that you lied. They talking about nothing but the GOATs. In this conversation, wasn't the greatest on 18. In this conversation, giving out honorable mentions all around Dega Nation and giving out flowers and doing some real debating. Like Tay Keith, the best all around athlete that I ever seen. And I'm the best all around rapper, others after me. I feel like Boogie Wilson when I'm running, you can't tackle me. I told them people Dega Nation come and join the winning team. No cap, we ball around here. No cap, some dogs around here. I'm talking about Ben Bean, living legends all around here. The best we done saw around here. So welcome to Dega Nation Live.
Hey, Tay, look. Boy, let's hurry up and say this prayer, boy, because we done went through it tonight. Boy, let me hurry up and pray right quick, y'all. Let me pray right quick. Dear Father, once again, thank you for blessing us to see another day. Thank you for letting us fight through adversity to even be able to do this. Because guess what? The flowers got to be passed out to these ladies tonight. We got to get their flowers. But first of all, just pray for those that lost their place to live in Talladega, in the apartments. Pray for them. Pray that they may give them the strength to endure. Pray for their families. Pray for those that are having to take them in, to take care of them. Just pray for the whole community. That's what we're here for. We're here for each other. Just pray for the whole Talladega community. Pray that we may continue to uplift one another and give each other flowers, dear Father. In Christ's name, pray, amen.
Amen.
Man.
Okay. We good to go, y'all. We good to go. Thank goodness.
All right. We made it. We're here.
We're here now. We're here.
And it's going to be great. It's going to be marvelous.
Let's get right to it, B. You know what we finna do. Let's get right into it.
Let's get to it. So this is what we got, y'all. Tonight, we got Leslie Rowls in the house. A lot of y'all might not know Leslie, especially a lot of the younger generation might not know Leslie, but she is. This is not a speculation, right? She is like the pioneer of that hooper to come through Talladega. Do y'all hear me?
Yes.
Let me say that one more time. This ain't speculation. This ain't hearsay. Like, I don't know. No, listen to me carefully. She is hands down one of them ones that came through here. And she came through earlier in the 90s. So a lot of the new breed might not know her. But guess what we're going to do tonight? We're going to shed that spotlight.
I know her.
We're going to shed that spotlight, right? We're going to shed that spotlight, right?
Introduce my girl, Coach Jannie Keith.
Oh.
A lifetime in women's basketball. Early years in education. She born in 1961 in a small community within Alpine, Alabama. Coach Jannie Keith was born and raised to be one of the most influential teachers and coaches to grace the state of Alabama. At an early age, Coach Keith became engaged in sports within our community, quickly becoming a standout athlete, as well as a leader. Coach Keith's early schooling was observed at Winterberg High School, where she maintained excellent performance and within the classroom, as well on the volleyball, basketball, and softball field/courts. Upon graduating from high school, her love and passion for sports carried her to historic Talladega College from 1980 to 1984, where she pursued her Bachelor of Science in Biology with the focus of physical education. Coach Keith continued to further her education by obtaining a master's degree in Jacksonville State University in physical education, 1993-1996. Early career, Coach Keith's professional career began in education as a teacher in Gary, Indiana school system in Chicago. Coach Keith only taught in Indiana school system for 1 year before her love for her home brought her back to Alabama. Upon returning home, her native state of Alabama, she served as a correctional officer for the federal prison system in 1985 to 1989. Coaching career began. Coach Keith's coaching career started when she returned to the classrooms at native town of Talladega, Alabama, to begin teaching at Zoe Ellis Middle School in 1990. She headed to Talladega High School cheerleading squad intentionally, then expanded her coaching reach to the junior high volleyball and softball from 1993 to 1998. In 1998, Coach Keith accepted a position to land Talladega High School volleyball, basketball, and softball. During his team as a head coach at Talladega High School, Coach Keith led the girls' team to several county tournament championships and area championships, as well as a 5A state runner-up in 2008. Her career progressed on her becoming as the assistant athletic director in 2010 to 2013, and the first female head athletic director from 2013 to 2016. Her legacy and impact. Retiring in 2021, Coach Keith left behind a legacy in women's basketball, volleyball, softball. Her impact intended and beyond statistics influenced generations and athletes and coaches. Today she is enjoying the retirement, engaging in her community through churches, service, and outreach, as well as staying well connected with her former students and players. Ladies and gentlemen, can we welcome Coach the GOAT Keith?
Oh, thank you for all of those accolades. Thank you. And I tell you what, I could have never, ever achieved what I achieved without God blessing me with the players and the Talladega Nation supporting me every step of the way. When I was asked to take this position as being the head basketball coach at Talladega High School, I was very hesitant because, well, when I played, I didn't have a very good coach, but I did the best I could. So looking back in my background when I played, I was not this top athlete like Leslie Rowls was. And definitely, please give her flowers. She was definitely the GOAT. The goat, the sheep, the cow, whatever. She did it during that time. The young lady was outstanding on the court and also in the classroom. Leslie Ross was the epitome of a athlete that should have gone to the next level.
Wow.
She had the skills, she had the ability, and she had the cognitive. She had the scholar. She was a scholar in the classroom as well as a reckoner to be dealt with on the court. Wow. So I say all that to say that she laid the foundation for a lot of other athletes that I encountered after she left. I saw Leslie play. I saw Drek Keith play. So I saw a multitude of athletes come along. But it wasn't easy. When I started off and took the position, matter of fact, I started really at Zora Ellis, the middle school. And girls sports, well, they didn't have a basketball team at Zora Ellis. And I started it. And the first year we went, that team I had, Ashley Estelle, Precious, Bradley, Tillery, Milliner, they never ever, some of them other than Ashley Estelle, she could play. But the rest of those girls, they were baby doll girls. They were pretty girls, you know. They didn't love basketball. So right. The first year I coached them at Zora Ellis, we went 0-15. We didn't win a game. But we played hard, and every Sunday, Saturday, we went to the gym. And the next year, guess what? Mm-hmm. We went 14-1. So outstanding. That group of girls worked hard because there were 7th graders that first year. That next year, they were 8th graders. So I had them for 2 years. And then the next year, I moved over to the high school. And I inherited a fantastic group of young ladies. Cassie Simmons, Lisa Curry, Dee Simmons, Martine Streeter, Natasha Garrett. I have a vast, I can't name them all, but that's just a few of them. And that's where we started. And starting with them, they didn't have any foundation. They couldn't even make a layup.
Wow.
But after that, we're getting in the gym, working on our skills, right hand dribbling, left hand dribbling. Oh, it was awful. They hated me, to tell you the truth. They hated Coach Keith. But after they began to see the results of what that hard work and all of that, what working hard, giving it all they had, it was paying off. They began to see the results, but when we began to win, we were competing. And after that, it just became that Talladega became a part of the arena of women basketball that
Wow.
had never taken that place before. I guess when Les came along, Les saw that it was not a lot of athlete young ladies that was really had the heart that she had, and that was really basketball skill. Am I right, Les?
That's right. That's right.
So when she came along, I think Leslie could have gone Division One easily, no doubt, hands down. But she was not. She did not receive the exposure.
That's right.
And I had to instill in my girls that we had to get out of Talladega.
Mm.
We started playing Birmingham. We started going to Scottsboro,
Mm.
Coleman, Florida.
I like it.
It didn't matter with me. We
You
needed
like
to go. We needed to go. So we did that. We started doing travel ball. I did fundraisers. I worked hard. I raised money. I did everything I could. They didn't have cars, so my car, I would drive them. The parents had to work. I understood that. No problem. I just told them, just let me have your babies. I'm gonna make sure they're taken care of. They're gonna be
You
my
had to do
children.
what you had to
And
do, right?
they had to do what I had to do, Les. So they understood, and they instilled in me to take care of their daughters, and I did just that. But I'll never forget that a little group of young ladies that I took to UAB, seven of them. I had 7 girls to go over to a tournament. Well, it was a play date at UAB. I think the tallest thing I had and the biggest thing I had at that time was Jessica Mary. Not Marie Maccabee at this time. Whitney, not at that time. I come along with those girls a little later.
Right.
But it was Jessica Mary, Jannie Keith, Meek, Sinitra Scale, small girls. When we went into the gym, everybody looked at us like, what them little midgets going?
Yeah.
Well, after about 2 games, people from the street of Birmingham start to come in the gym to want to know, where are these young ladies in here that's from Talladega that's beating everybody down and they midgets? We did not lose a game.
Wow.
So after that, everybody began to ask Talladega girls. And I've told Les, I said, well, Les said, well, Miss Keith, when I was coming along, nobody reported our stats, and you start reporting stats, blah, blah, blah. I did, but I told Les, I really didn't know either. But the news reporter saw us. A news reporter
They said
saw us.
Tracy Young was on the squad too, which is Jamie just said.
Yes, my baby, yes. I tell you, I got so many of them, I can't name them all. Tracy was on that group also. LaRaven Garrett. But this news reporter called me and he said, hey, I saw you all. You have got to start getting with me, sending the stats, let me know what's going on with your team. And after that, Keith, people began to see Talladega girls in a different light. Okay. And we just began from 7th, 8th grade. I had players that was in the 7th, 8th grade that was playing on varsity.
Wow.
Mostly not heard of at that time. Les had told me, Miss Keith, we couldn't even do that when I was in the 7th and 8th grade. And I went to those coaches down. I said, these young ladies can't stay down here. They can't. They're playing above what you have down here, so it's not going to benefit them. So I finally got into my players' mind that we must play the 5A, the 6A, or 7A. We might get beat, but if we can sin against those teams, then we would be able to play against 5A teams. So once I started developing that in their mind, and really they had the heart. I had a group of girls, I tell you, that I coached from 1998 all the way up to 2016 when I retired. My girls had heart. They had the heart of a beast. And when they would enter that court and play, they would give me their all. And you see what the results was. We didn't always end up at the top every time, but we didn't manage to get a ring like the boys. And I tell you, they deserve it. The boys deserve it. They deserve it. But we did not achieve that. But I am so proud of my young ladies that played under me and my husband. Michael Keith is my assistant. We achieved things that Talladega had never even heard of or ever seen. So I just would like to say for all of my players that ever coached up under Coach Keith, I love them. They know I love them. I would do anything for them. Feed them, clothe them. I took a group down to Pensacola, Florida. Some of them had never been to the beach first time. We going. But we had to play basketball while we were there now.
Right.
It was not all joy. But it was a pleasure when I took those young ladies to the beach to see their face.
Say love you too.
It brought joy to me. And I was reminiscing with Les about some of the things that took place when I was coaching and we were playing. Some of the things that happened. My girls can tell you. It was some tears. It was some crying. But you know what? All in all, at the end, it was always joy. Always joy. And I must say that I had a group of girls that not only did they excel on the court, but they also excelled in the classroom. Wow. Because I had several of my players during my era to go to the next level on scholarships. So I am just so thankful for me being a part of their life. I used to tell them, my favorite quote was this: the faith of a mustard seed.
Say it one more time. Say that one
all
more
you need.
Say it one more time.
The faith of a mustard seed. That's all you need. That's all God said you need. And something else I told him when I first started coaching: I'm not coming out here to win basketball games. My father sent me above God. I give him all the praise and honor to save souls. Because I believe when I save a soul, he gonna make certain that we win some games. So it all came hand in hand. We would always start off with a prayer like you did today. And each one of them had to pray. And they would say, well, Coach Keith, what am I gonna say? Whatever you say to Coach Keith, you say to God. He understands. He knows our heart better than anybody. So he understands. So each one of them had to come up with a prayer before we would start practicing. Sometimes we were in, but it was there. So it was a lot of hard work, Tay. And I know you saw it. I saw you play, and I saw O'Brien. I saw a lot of them play. Jessica, Jeremy Shaw, John Twyman, all of them. I've seen them all play. Pepto Bowman. I go way back. But Talladega, and anybody can know and attest to this, Dega Nation, I say again, has been known to be basketball people. We were a basketball community here in Talladega. And it's always been that way for the boys. And I think once the girls start catching on, then it's just history with us. Am I right, BJ? And so the football program, Talladega at first was a football program, which they was back in the day. They were a football program.
I say, well,
they were great.
Coach Keith, we won't win it though. But go.
Back in the
We're
day.
basketball school. We're basketball.
I got you.
But I can tell you this much. Like I said before, we didn't win every game by the score. Mm-hmm. But when Talladega football players hit that football field, they were fierce. Everybody wanted to play Talladega because when they finished playing Talladega, they had played somebody. And they didn't always show up on the scoreboard.
That's right.
But we had some boys that were stallions. Whoa, we could hit. You better, BJ, Tay, come on with it.
Coach Keith.
I'm just
when Leslie came through, the football team was good.
They were talking about back in the 1800s. We was good in football back in the 1800s.
Oh no, in the 90s.
No, I think it was latter. It come on after that too now, Tay.
So hold on, Coach. Look, listen to this, Coach. I want we come back to you. I want to give you all your flowers. I want you to come with your list too. Don't get away from the list. You're gonna come with a list today.
I didn't know I supposed to have a list?
Hold on. This is what I want.
You can't put that on Coach Keith.
No, I want BJ to bring Leslie back. So watch this though. I want to say this real quick because you coach volleyball, basketball, volleyball, cheerleader coach. You did everything, right?
Athletic director.
Watch this though, because I know how it is to be a coach. I want to say this. I know how it is to make sacrifice for your family. Your husband, your partner, he's right there by you.
Yes.
So I want to give Mike his flowers too.
Thank you.
I give Mike his flowers.
Thank you.
So I want to share that that moment with Mike.
Thank you.
So BJ, back on here, BJ. So we're gonna bring Coach Keith back on, and then we're gonna bring Jamie on later on as well. But I want to let you finish what you just started a while ago.
So tell you, everything happened for a reason. I couldn't have did it better what Coach said. You feel me? Like she did it. I guess I'm just gonna put more flowers in the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
It's no, when we put these lists out here, it's all fun and we giving flowers, and my list is my list, but it's undisputed. Leslie is the GOAT.
Wow.
Listen to me tell you. Let me say this one more time. I do a lot of lists. We're gonna do a lot of lists, y'all. We're gonna do one tonight. Leslie Rowls, undisputed, paved the way. Argue with somebody else. Don't argue with me tonight. I came through in the late 90s. Leslie was early 90s, back when the football team was actually good. Talladega was booming. Big school. Leslie, y'all, was Jordan. listen to me.
Yes,
Leslie was Jordan out there, and everybody knew Leslie Rowls. I'm telling you, 93, 95. It's crazy. And Coach already said it. That's what I said. Everything happened for a reason. I couldn't did better than what Coach said. But Leslie was doing stuff and it wasn't that much exposure. It wasn't like that. And okay, I tell you, I want to get into the list. But Leslie did not move up to varsity her 8th grade year. The number she put up.
Right.
Let me stop.
So
like that.
Coach Moses, Coach Leslie, right? Coach Morgan.
I had 3 coaches.
What?
Okay.
3.
Yeah. In high school. 3 coaches.
Wow.
Yeah.
3?
Yeah. Talk about inconsistency. But you gotta put your head down and grind. Yeah. That's what I did.
Yeah.
But Les,
Yes,
those coaches, will you name them for us? Because like I said, they had to play a part,
They did play a part. I played my first 2 years under Coach Donald Morgan. Coach Morgan had coached the girls basketball program since the late 70s. So he had been there a very long time. And I got a chance to talk to him during this because I know that a lot of people know my name, and I'm extremely excited to have been the first girl put up on the 1,000-point club. It's legit. I still got it. You see it, that 1,000-point club. I was really happy about that, but I knew it had to be some people before me too, and how hard Coach Morgan. And so when we talk about exposure, no, I didn't get the exposure that I knew. I'm a former coach as well. I think a lot of y'all know that. I've coached high school, I've coached college. And like Tay said, the sacrifice you put in as a coach, I took my experience from high school and poured what I didn't get into my players as a coach. And I don't know if any of my players have got on tonight. I know I sent them to Facebook, and hopefully we're able to join back on, because they always joke and can coach play and things like that. But it is people before me, but I am so excited what Miss Keith did. She can tell you many times when I would come back just to see the girls in the gym excited about basketball. I thought I was weird. I feel like I was the only one addicted to basketball because I loved it that much. And so when those girls under Miss Keith, you heard her say 98. I graduated at 95, so I didn't get Miss Keith. I sure hated that I didn't get Miss Keith.
So do I.
I'm learning.
So do I.
Because I know I would have been at the top level. And honestly, I probably exposed some things tonight that people didn't know, that I still had opportunities, but I didn't know how it worked going to college because no one mentored or told us how it worked. Guys, I didn't go to a camp until the summer before my senior year. Never went to a camp.
I couldn't believe it.
Everything was just season to season to season.
Raw talent.
The young man that was on here the other day, Pooh Swain, talked about asking some of the competitors. That's how I got my opportunity to go to college. A college coach asked another competitor of ours, Silicaga's coach, may he rest in peace, his name was Justin Martin. They asked him, who is the best player you played against? And he told them me. And that's how I got an opportunity to go to college, because another coach said it. And I'm not saying, part of coaching back in the day, you had your stipends, and a football coach had to coach the girls. They didn't have a dedicated coach. They were football coaches. So I had Coach Morgan, I had Coach Melvin Wilson, and my senior year, I had Clint Foster as my basketball coach. All three football coaches. And they, they did a lot for me. They did what they knew how to do. I just got exposed when I went to a higher level of playing basketball and what to do. But I'm so thankful for what Miss Keith did to the girls' basketball program. It made me so proud. I would come back. I was in the BJCC when they were in there playing, screaming and yelling. Everybody's like, "Leslie, I know you were excited." Yes, I was. Yes, I was, because it was something I dreamed to be at the state championship game. And I know we had the ability. We just didn't have the exposure and the training that came along later. And so while I may have maybe been a big exposure in the 90s, there was some people in the 80s that I understand got down to, and I may name one or two tonight, but I'm so excited. I thank you guys. I know BJ and Tay. I know BJ and Tay. I want y'all to know Tay called me and introduced himself. Miss Leslie, I'm Tay Keith. I'm here. I've heard a lot about you. He was so professional and so mannerable. And I just went along with the bit. I went along with it. But then I just told him recently, I know you. You didn't even know I knew you. So everybody remember Moochie's Bad News softball back in the day when the ladies used to get down. I played a little bit of softball too. And so I played on Moochie's team one season and used to ride in his van and everything. And there was this little boy that was on that van with these big old ears, big ears.
That was tight.
And he cried all the time. I mean, cried all the time. And so I played and I went off and coached the other places. And I came back to Talladega High to a round robin one year. And it was this buff boy. He was walking around. He had these braids in his hair. And I said, "Man, who is that? He a hustler out there." Hey, you know him. That's Tay Keith. Tay Keith. Remember he used to be at the softball. That little boy. The little crying boy. I give you props though. You weren't crying no more, Tay. You weren't crying no more. You grown up, got you some muscles, and was actually a little bruiser out there. So I appreciate seeing you and BJ. Man, he wouldn't remember this. He was a baby. I know BJ is a baby. You want me to tell about your snotty nose?
Might as well tell it all. Tell it all. Bring it on.
But he was a great baby. Snotty nose all the time. Was a great baby. His mom actually used to babysit me some. Wow. And in Northwood Apartments, and we would go to the pool, and That's how I know BJ from. So I know you guys from long, and I'm so proud to see what y'all doing now. I mean, we're gonna get in this list. I ain't gonna get all sentimental, but
no, that was great because I ain't know you know my grandfather, man, and Moochie.
Man, Moochie.
That was kind of emotional when you told me. And I'm like, wow, she knew me when I was a kid, and for real, because I had to.
Your granddaddy, everybody knew Moochie. If they ain't know Moochie bad news, they knew of a Moochie. I can tell you that. Yes. I can tell you that. But BJ, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back to you because you got the list. You the one you had these lists. You come with it. I can't wait. I got my list. I got my list. It's gonna be some people probably love.
Hey, let's do it, baby. I like this.
So look, Tate. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw the list out. Boom. And there's nobody else better to add on. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't nobody finna take away. Because y'all know my list be certified. Right? My list be certified.
All right.
1 second, B. 1 second. Make sure you in the chat. Make sure you sharing this right now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So watch this. I'm dropping my personal. I feel like top 10 basketball players, Lady Tigers came through. When I'm done, the floor is open to Leslie and Coach Keith, and then y'all can add on and do, you feel me? Play with it. Here go the list. Y'all ready? Let's ride. No particular order. I'm just dropping names and resumes.
Okay.
Jessica Merritt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leslie crawled so Jessica could fly.
Right.
So when I say Leslie was the GOAT, Leslie paved it, y'all. And I'm gonna get to that. Don't worry about that. I'm coming back to that. Jessica Merritt, Leslie opened that door. Because Jessica Merritt, y'all, she ain't walked through the door. She ain't walk. 2,378 points, 4-time All-State, 09 Player of the Year, and Super 5. Y'all know what Super 5 means? That means you can't find 5 better players in the state of Alabama.
Woo.
Undeniable. We giving flowers. Hey, y'all, we giving flowers. Jessica Merritt, right?
Well,
Camille
can I step
Buckhan.
in on that one? Can I step in on that for a minute?
Go ahead. Flow with it.
I had the coach from North Carolina was sitting at a tournament they were playing in Maryland. And she said, Coach, because when they played travel ball, they would have a booklet, so they had the coach's number in it. She called me. I didn't make it with Jessica on this occurrence or this time. And she said, Coach, I'm looking at your player, Jessica Merritt. She done shook a girl so bad out here I'm sitting in my chair and it done shook me. So that's just how bad Jessica Merritt was. So I just had to throw that in because she called me all the way from Maryland to tell me that about Jessica Merritt.
Wow.
So in case y'all didn't know, Jessica Merritt played at the University of Alabama, D1.
I signed on the Jessica Merritt.
Case she know that. So when I drop the list, certified. So let me go. That's just no particular order. I'm just rolling. Camille Buckhan. Okay. Oh my God. Y'all thought the list wasn't gonna be certified. 2,198 points, all time 2017 All-State, all-time leader in rebounds and block shots for the school. She was ranked the 30th ranked center to come out of her class in the United States. My list is certified. Camille Buckhan. She got a scholarship to the University of Memphis, D1, and was still balling for Fisk. I think she just went crazy at Fisk last year. She still hooped.
50 points in the game.
Camille Buckhan, y'all.
Yes, that's her.
Yeah, I like that. Let's go.
Okay. We rolling. Hey, I'll be real with y'all. I don't have this player stats because they still on the computer calculating them. Trinity Webb.
Yes, Trinity.
Okay.
Did y'all hear what I said? I can't give you her
points.
Stats. Go ahead.
I can't give you her points because they still putting them in the calculator. Is that many of them? Because she's been scoring 30 since 7th grade. Trinity Webb, 2-time All-State. I can't give you her numbers, y'all. Honest God, true. They ain't put them up yet. Is that many? This year's Trinity Webb. Marie Maccabee.
Ooh.
So watch this. I saw Marie play. I coach these people. So that's what I'm saying. I know she's chopping at the bit to get it right. I knew Marie was a dog. Then when I went back to my research, I said, dang, she was like that. 2,210 points. Over 2,000 points, y'all. All state. Played ball at Tuskegee at the next level. Marie Maccabee was a savage, y'all. That's 3. No, that's 4. That's 4. That's 4. That's 4.
That's 4.
Leslie Rawls. So all these numbers, it just ain't no knock, y'all. Because if you good enough to move up.
Right.
Leslie didn't move up, y'all. She was in high school dropping these numbers. She didn't play 8th grade, 7th grade.
Right.
Like Leslie, 1129 points. No counts. Giving it to you raw, and you can't do nothing about it. I saw it. She graduated. My sister was in high school with Leslie. I saw this. I saw this with my own eyes, y'all. Leslie Rawls, different. Played at the next level. 1129 points, y'all. Different. 5.
The beast. They say
Right.
she's a beast.
Y'all thought, yeah. Gabby Johnson.
Whoa.
Did y'all hear me?
Yes, I heard you.
Take Gabby Johnson, y'all.
I like that.
1,295 points. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Gabby Johnson, 1,295 points. All state 2017. Gabby was like that. Gabby and Camille running the court together.
Right. Batman Robin. Okay.
If you don't know about, if you ain't see Gabby Johnson play, hey, look back through them highlights, y'all. She was like that. Hey, listen to me. This one right here, y'all. Snuck up on me too. Not like knew she was good, but then realized like, dang, Sinitra Scales.
Oh yes.
Come on, man. This is me. Sinitra Scales.
Corners.
Come on.
Corners.
1,100 of them bad boys. 1,100 of them. Count them. Sinitra Scales. A bucket. A bucket. Yeah, that team, y'all. It's been some hoopers that came through here, y'all. Sinitra Scales, right? Watch this. Let's take it back. Hey, let's take it back to the late 90s. Y'all ever heard of Gaytrell Keith? Y'all heard of Gaytrell Keith?
Yes.
Come on, y'all.
Okay.
All state.
Come on.
97. Come on, man. What?
All right.
So we got a mixture of 90s with Leslie and Gaytrell, and it go all the way up to 2024 with Trinity. All these people, y'all, all these years. These are walking hoopers, right?
Hoopers.
Okay. 2 more. Now this where I ain't gonna lie. Hey, 2 more. That was 8.
2 more.
They ain't get tight, Tay. They ain't get tight because it's so many. It's so many, right? So watch this. Jamisha Rivers, y'all.
Okay. Meet me.
Okay. Talk about it.
You cooking.
1,060 points, y'all. I think Jamisha was with Sinitra.
Yes.
And Marie. Was she?
Marie.
They kind of caught each other.
Yes.
Marie.
Yes.
Do y'all hear these names? And these others played together?
Yes.
Now this last one was really tough, but I just gotta be real. I gotta keep it a buck. I personally saw her hoop. I promise you, when I say definition of a hooper, Ashley Estelle, y'all.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Hey, look at y'all. Check. Hey, this is me.
Oh yeah.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing with my list. Now, it's some other people I could have put in there in that 10th spot. I saw Ashley Estelle. When I say hooper, that's all the hooper, y'all. I'm done. That's my list. Leslie, Ms. Keith, dissect it, add on, take. It's on you. The floor is yours.
Good list. It's a good list.
Good list.
Okay.
I got a little bit
Okay.
to add.
Who want to go next? Coach Keith or Leslie? Who want to go next?
Coach Keith, we told you you have to do a list.
No, Coach Keith, you don't have to do a list because I know I respect that as a coach. But you can share some
things
about those players.
Share some things on each player. On each player, I said, and add some more names if you want to.
No. Not just each player, but anybody you want to share with.
Anybody you want to share.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna say that. It's on y'all.
You got it there, Miss Keith?
I got it. Go ahead, it's you.
Okay.
All right. Woo. I agree with BJ. When you got down to that 9th, 10th spot, it got real tight. And that's where, it got tight for me too. But because I'm a little older, I can go back a little bit further and give y'all some players that you probably never heard of. and some players that I get to see one, but one of these, when I did my research, because I didn't want to leave the 80s out, I had to find somebody from the 80s. Angie King. This lady, I talked to Coach Morgan because like I said, Coach, I hear this name, Angie King. In high school, y'all, she was 31 and 16. 31 points per game, 16 boards a game.
Are you serious?
I said, shoot, I might have to bump myself down.
Yes.
31 and 16. She was first team All-State, signed with UAB, went to play Berry High School, which y'all now know is Hoover High School.
Okay.
She played against them in the regionals. Coach was recruiting 2 players off of UAB. Guess who else signed with them 2 players from UAB that went to UAB? Angie King.
All right.
Then she went to UAB, y'all, and broke like multiple rebound and steal records. She played at UAB 2 years and had
Leslie, what year did she come out of Talladega? What year did she play Talladega?
She was probably like 85, 86.
Yeah.
I know.
I can't remember.
This
I
way
can't
back.
know this.
So I had to go in the vault because I couldn't leave the 80s out. I had to go.
That's why you here. That's why you here, Leslie. Thank you.
So Angie King, she get all my props.
Look at my mom. She know
31 to 16, first on part of the first team that went to the state playoffs for Talladega girls. You know, I'll be honest, a lot of people know I used to be out at TC a lot when I was a little kid. My dad had me out there. So I watched a lot of TC players, boys and girls. So I knew a name or two there, but from Talladega, I was like, I just don't remember somebody killing like that. But you know what? They used to have the girls play at 4:30.
Wow.
Ain't nobody hardly see the girls play. The lineup used to be girls, B team, varsity. Nobody saw the girls at 4:30. Once they moved into that second spot, and that's where we got to start playing, that's when a little bit more exposure came out. So you got to know the story a little bit of the history to know what happened there. So I'm giving my list. It's not in a particular order. I tried to do it by time frame.
Okay.
All right. So next I had Kanisa Moten. Now, Kanisa, their team, I don't recall their team being very good as a team, but I know Kanisa Moten used to get down low with them. And
I can remember.
She could give them the left. She could go up under. She played D. That girl, I do remember watching her when I was in middle school. Okay. She got down. She got down. Another one from the late 80s, early 90s, Audrey Barkley. Now, Audrey should have went to the next level. I don't know if she really had that love in it. She just knew she wanted to be good. I got to play with Audrey as a freshman. She was a senior. And talk about shooting the mid-range jumper, something that we don't talk about nowadays, the jump shot. The mid-range jump shot, deadly. Audrey would nail that shot from anywhere around the basket. She didn't do any three-point shooting. It was all two-point shooting. And while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to go back to Angie King, y'all. So Coach Morgan said this young lady, her highest points was 36. I said, okay, yeah, I scored 39. And I know we got like Jessica Merritt and, Camille. They went on up there. But y'all, she didn't have a three-point line. I had to say, wait a minute, my 39 wasn't legit then because I had a three-point line.
Right.
She had 36 and could dunk. Never dunked in the game, but she could dunk 5'10". This is what I'm talking about. This is a baller that I wish we all could have saw. All right. So I said, how many is that? 3, 4.
Keep going. Keep cooking.
3. All right. Break coming up on time. I had to put myself on there. I think I wouldn't even be legit. I wouldn't be legit on here tonight if I could put myself on the list. Y'all, I love basketball. That's all I can say. From a little kid, I remember I said I was out at TC shooting at halftime. I'm on the court. Ball could barely get up to the rim, but I'm shooting it. That's when I started playing with the boys. I give shout out to all the boys in Needmo. Those are the boys that I played with that really helped me get tough. They played me like a boy. I didn't play against girls outside of basketball practice. I only played with guys. I would go to the rec and play with grown men.
Right.
That's how I got pretty good at basketball.
Wow.
It was there in my backyard. My dad put me up a goal when I was 6 years old. It was my backyard that a lot of people came to play. Y'all talk about Terry Smiley. I remember when Terry Smiley couldn't play in my backyard.
Wow.
Total different story when he grew up and got in high school. I can tell you that. But that's where I learned to play, being around those types of guys and being around tall guys and hey, trying to get to the basket, taking licks. That's what I did. All right, let's move on to now. We're getting to time, y'all. Might
You
know.
got the chat saying Nemo.
Nemo. That's where I was. Nemo, shout out. Mitch. I know Mitch going there. I see Nemo. You there? All right, then I got Gay Trail Keith. Gay Trail was a freshman my senior year. And honestly, we won a lot of games, but it's because I had Gay Trail. Now I did have two towers too, Tina Truss and Lolita.
Garrett.
Yeah. So they were big girls. Now then we talking about 6'2", 6'3s. That was something that Talladega didn't have a whole lot of, right? Size. Size, but Gay Trail, she was tall. She was approaching 6 foot, about 5'10", 5'11", and could shoot the ball, and could run the floor, and could play inside. She didn't even know what she had. She did wind up going to Talladega College, but Gay Trail was one that I definitely have to have on my list. Me and Webb, we agree, Ashley Estelle. You know, I thought Ashley was gonna be the next me. And she did a lot of good things. Like Miss Keith said, she was probably that girl playing with boys in her neighborhood, like I did. So
and she
Ashley had some skill, but like Miss Keith said, she the only one you can't. She just played off natural talent. But I give mad respect to Ashley Estelle. She's a close friend of my family's, and she's my girl. But I give her props. Now these next two, I got a little asterisk by them, but you already said it. Jessica Merritt. Now Jessica is my she-bro. But I give a little asterisk because she did start playing in 7th and 8th grade.
7th grade, yeah.
Definitely.
When I played, y'all, they told me I could not play play up to the high school and middle school. So when I saw Jessica, and I made sure I came back as a coach to recruit Talladega all the time. Jessica was the girl that I saw. And somebody said, well, she in the 8th grade. I said, 8th grade? My. That girl, she's legit. In the 8th grade, raw talent. I was trying to recruit her to Winston-Salem State. But Jessica, hands down, you laid out her resume. I got to see her play in college when she came up here to North Carolina. Jessica's my girl. I give shout out to her all the time. Another one I got to see play. Put them.
But can I just sneak something in right quick?
Sneak it in, Miss Keith. Sneak it in.
About Jessica. You know, what I heard about Jessica was I was in the gym with the team and somebody told me, well, Coach Keith, have you seen this young lady that's over at the Boys and Girls Club and she's playing against boys? I said, what? Playing against boys? And they said, yes, you got to go see her. I went over to the Boys and Girls Club, just stood in the corner, or back there in the corner so she couldn't see me. The chick was balling. I'm talking about just hooping. Whoa, right. You know, just Jessica just doing it all. And by the way, Jessica could dunk also, you all. She didn't dunk in the game, but she did at practice. Now listen, I went over to her and I told her, I said, baby, you can't keep playing with these boys out there. You got to come to the Palace with Coach Keith. I need you on my team. And baby, that's when it moved. So you're right. Jessica has always had it. And yeah, she played with the boys and could get down with them too.
I think if we did a few of these girls, we could have took them boys back in the day.
Back in the day, we could have took them.
The other one I was getting to, I got to ask because she was 7th, 8th grade, but put them hips on Marie Maccabee.
Oh,
Man, Marie wasn't tall, but when I watched that team Miss Keith put together and saw how Marie was moving and how she defended big players, she threw them hips on them. She threw them hips.
Yes.
So you can think she wasn't gonna get it done, but she did. And like BJ said, she went on to Tuskegee, played against my alma mater, West Alabama. I think she got a ring there.
Yes.
She did. Yeah. So
yes.
Hey, Marie Maccabee, shouts out to her. She probably didn't even know I was looking at her back then, but I saw her. I was keeping, and remember, y'all, I'm looking at this from a coach too, because I've been a coach. So I'm looking at all facets of the game. The next one, Camille Buchanan. I have to, all I saw was her stats.
Definitely.
Camille. I didn't even have to know who she was. I knew her family, very close to her family growing up, but she, the size she had, man. And the point, how many points she had, BJ?
21, 98.
Why don't got
21, 98. In rebounds, I don't even know the rebounds in blocks. They just say she's the lead all-time leader.
Yeah.
She would average. She would average 4 or 5 blocks a game.
Wow.
And as far as rebound, she was up there about
Easy.
16 rebounds. Yes, easily.
Man.
Camille was a beast on the court, y'all. Unstoppable.
I would have loved to have played with a Camille. Ooh, give me a Camille.
Was, and this is the thing about Camille. Camille's personality was of a lamb. But when she hit that floor,
it was.
But her personality, you walk around, she's just like a lamb.
Wow.
Serious. Beautiful. And that's why, Camille was, she was truly the first real post player I had. Jessica Shaw came close.
Yeah.
And I had some more down there that could put it back up. But I'm talking about it's for the side. Now, like Tracy Keith, she didn't have the size. But baby, if anything come off the rack, Tracy Keith had it.
That's my dog.
And was gonna go
I remember fighting her too.
Yes, sir. Tracy Keith. Now she wasn't she wasn't a true post player when you look at the size of her. But my girl.
Camille Buchanan. I can't take it away from her. This 10th spot, y'all, it was so hard. Oh my goodness. It was just too hard because I know I played with some players that could have been on this list. But again, after my coach came in, I was like, who could dribble, pass, and shoot? That's basketball. So I had to move it around. So my 10th spot, throw one in on y'all. Princess Jackson. They called her Muddy.
Muddy graduated with me. Muddy graduated with me.
Muddy got in your tail on defense. Yes. She could push the ball on offense. She was just that grimy player. Like, I know we all want to look at the 1,000-point player. All the great players didn't necessarily score
Muddy
like that.
Wow.
But Princess Jackson, I just remember Muddy.
Muddy.
I heard Miss Keith say that name so much. I went to practices. I went to game. Muddy. I had to ask Miss Keith a real name.
That's crazy.
All I knew was Muddy. Now I got a little alternate. So I heard about
honorable mentions. You got some honorable mentions
here. Honorable mentions. Right. I saw y'all slide some in. I said we got to slide some in. Trinity Webb, I heard was killing it out there.
Right.
I heard her uncle would be so happy. He was one of my biggest fans. He probably dropped me for his niece. So I'm gonna give him props on that. But I heard Trinity Webb got down. Gabby Johnson. I think she was on BJ list. Yeah, I do remember seeing her play a time or two, not a whole bunch, but I do. Sinitra Scales, I do. She can nail it from those corners. And I'm gonna have to throw my old teammate in there, Shalanda. She was Shalanda Wilson then, y'all. We called her
Yes, Red.
Red.
Yes, Red.
She played at Talladega College after Talladega High School. Her and Tanise Simmons went on to Talladega College. But Red, from that baseline, for the short J or the 3, Red was gonna nail it. She come off a screen, off the baseline, lights out. Lights out. So that's my list. I mean,
Very good list. Both of y'all did a great job.
You like that list, Miss Keith? Because you gotta like it. You got
yes. You and BJ did an awesome job with your list. Very great job. I wouldn't go against it for nothing.
Now, BJ, I got to get your confirmation on my list. So you seem to be the one.
Coach Keith, I want to do something before I bring Jamie on. I want you to share some things you think about what kind of player Jamie was in his daughter, how hard Jamie worked when she's on the court, and also share some things share some light on Jannie Keith, how she was a student athlete and a softball player. Jamie was an athlete. So
well, you know, I look around now at Deion Sanders and LeBron James. It is a pleasure to be able to coach your child. I'm talking about that was a blessing in disguise. And I think as a parent and a coach, we're much harder on our children as players. And I'm going to tell you just right up front, she would go out there and she would lose the ball. Come out there, go get her. Have somebody on the bench, go get her out of there. So, and all the way down the road, coming home, she would have to listen to that sermon because the part of the coach going to be in you, part of the parent going to be in you.
That's it.
So my daughter was my point guard. You know, she had to be my point guard. And I'm going to tell you, Jamie was a legit point guard.
She was a leader.
We were down and a leader. We were down at Alabama playing a play date, of course. And my child goes up for a layup. We were beating this team. And player undercut her. She come down, hit the floor, and I knew when she screamed, when she let it out, oh, my baby is hurt. Well, my daughter went down with a ACL, torn ACL. So she was out for one season. So, you know, when I thought to myself, I had Jessica Marie McAbee, Sinitra. I had a group. I said, Jamie is missing, but we still got this. Come up. It got so we was getting the ball stolen from us a lot. Oh God, turnover was awful. Turnovers were awful. And I said, oh my God, what are we gonna do? So I remember Coach Miller, the daddy, Mr. Miller, Chucky. He came over to me and he said, Coach, I said, yes, Mr. Miller. Jamie is the key. I said, oh no, I got Jessica. I got Sinitra. Oh no, we're still gonna be just fine. You know, some of my other guards I had. Meet me, we're gonna be great. And the farther we went along, you all, I began to see. Oh, wow. Jamie wasn't scoring a lot of points, but she was the heart
the glue
of that team. And she was the glue. She was that true captain that I needed on the floor. You know, the coach or the captain, she was it.
And coach on the floor.
And I could see that after she got hurt. But in the meantime, she would still be on the bench now. She couldn't play, but she would be still there, motivate them and tell them all to do. So the year she came back, she said, out of here, the year she come back, she's going to tell the news reporter one night, he interviewing them, we had won something. I guarantee you, we're going to be in the Final Four. I looked at her, I'm like, what are you doing?
I love it.
And I said, what you doing? Mama, we gonna be in it. I'm telling you all, she spoke it into existence.
Wow.
We were in it. But I come to find out that it is a pleasure, you all. It's something to behold and to be able to coach your children. And I look at people talking now in the media. Oh, you know, Deion Sanders, that ain't right. LeBron James. Oh, yes, it is.
Man.
Oh, yes, it is. So if you can ever pave the way, coach your child, dig in it, and don't you let nobody stop you. Understand that, okay? Because it is something definitely to behold. Because you've imparted, you've imparted all of your ability to everybody else's child. So why shouldn't you impart it to who? Yours.
Your own.
Your own.
And
So,
I can say, I remember when Jamie was not before. So when I say I know Tay and BJ, I remember before it was a Jamie.
right.
when she came. So I have watched her, and I didn't have her on my list because softball was her thing. That's where I go with Jamie. But the leader on the court, you gotta have a coach on the court, and Jamie was that person.
And she definitely was. And she went on to Tuskegee. She didn't, after she was playing for me.
So special. Best.
If you're talking about the next crew, guess who? Yes, sir. Drek, Tay, and BJ. Yes, you next up. Represent for Dega Nation line. What the best watch do. The podcast go nationwide. I gon' bless you. They locked in. Let's break down the best ballers in the county. Name your top 10. Top 25. BJ breaking down all these stats with facts who fine. If you thought that you was new, but them not facts, not that you lied. They're talking about nothing but the GOATs in this conversation. Wasn't the greatest on 18 in this conversation. Giving out honorable mentions all around Dega Nation and giving out flowers and doing some real debating. Like Take Key, the best all around athlete that I ever seen. I'm the best all around rapper, others after me. I feel like Boogie Wilson when I'm running, you can't tackle me. I told them people, Dega Nation, come and join the winning team. No cap, we ball around here. No cap, some dogs around here. I'm talking about Ben Ben, living legends all around here. The best we done saw around here. So welcome to Dega Nation Live.